The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! You go 11.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
21. Here we go.
Buzz. You ain't doing nothing today.
Check. 21. Here we go.
Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship.
Here we go.
What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
21.
55.
Hey, Steve 6. Screen. Watch the screen.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over first and 10.
Mike is 59. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
180. Check. No. Run. Watch it. Pistol.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Mayfield. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
20. 59. Watch the run. They're running it. Regular.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Hunt. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Hey, alert.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Hey, alert! I got you.
Mike, number 4.
Hey, my 7.
It's our time.
Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Mike 55. 12, fellas, here we go. Go.
Check 3.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. Oh, look at the juke. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
180! Get that quarterback! Hey, alert! Hey, alert 33.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Switch. X3. 2 and
Mayfield to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Mayfield down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
20. Hey, alert 33. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. King.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Hey, gun.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll air this one toward Coleman. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick it up, D.
Hey, alert.
Mike's 59. Watch the pass.
Mayfield looks to throw. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Run. Hey, alert 33.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They go play action. Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Point it right.
From the gun, Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the right hash, this from 48. Seibert's kick is good. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Seibert now to kick this thing away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the block, motion, pop. Slam.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
White. Hey, Alpha.
Watching your five. Here we go. Mark 55. Mark 55.
1, Omaha.
Check 26.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Callaway on the return. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
You got this.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go. 180.
Check 55 to Mike. They tighten. 2.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
I got you. Hey, Delta. 13. Say hot.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Pistol.
59's Mike.
My turn.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Trying to collect.
Hey, John.
Check. Shift.
Say hot.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman.
I'm coming after you.
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 43-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the run. 53's the Mike.
I got you.
I'm here all day.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And some room to work. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready?
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
First throw now for the backup Kessler. And he's got his man. That's Landry. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. On first down, Kessler. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On the ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Kessler. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deep forward. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack. Working from the gun. Kessler going deep here for Landry. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 5-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. There he goes, right side. The Browns are in. Touchdown. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-17. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Here we go.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Eleven. Hey, Zoo. Hey, gun.
Let him know.
Hey, Hunt.
Now Garoppolo. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Lock.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Check. Cross.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, here I come.
Black.
Here I come. Here I come. Shoot.
11. 2.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington.
Hey, alert.
Screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Here we go.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Check.
Hey, alert. 13.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Hey, wahoo.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
12. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That is caught inside the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Kessler. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Third down. 3rd and 14.
They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Just new draw quarter.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Bravo.
56. Mike.
Snap.
Shotgun snap. Kessler will let it go deep for Beckham. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 79 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
65.
On 2nd and very short, Garoppolo going for the deep ball. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll run again with Bunt. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here we go, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Kessler on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hunt. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Right.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Mike's 59.
Now it's Kessler. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Kessler, and that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check 59.
Go, go.
59. Check pass. Check pass. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike.
Fine.
Kessler and company going on 4th. He finds Beckham, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On first down, Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
You
got nothing there.
Go on, go on.
On 2nd and 12, Kessler looking for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Shoot.
From the gun, it's Kessler. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is right down the middle. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 11.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Joe Schobert coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Returnable here for Callaway. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Kessler. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Hey.
From the gun, it's Kessler. Hard throw, incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
11.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the 2-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number
21.
53. Record.
Tight dog.
2. Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
21.
55 is Mike, guys, 55.
Hey, exit.
Defense, no gap. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey.
I got you.
Hey, check Mike. Watch 55. Crunch time.
21.
Mike, 55.
From the 35 on second down, Garoppolo. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
I'm here all day. Check nine. Big end. Watch twist.
Lock.
Check 50.
21. Here we go. Get hot.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch the slant.
Six.
Watch the whip. Set.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Kill. Hey, turn it out.
Get hot.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80.
On first down, Coleman. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They will run again with Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And this is good. Robbie Gould knocks it through in a pressure spot. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. So the victory here for San Francisco. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they?